Shalom, salam alaikum, kif halek, kifakum shlonek, merhaba, konnichiwa, ni hao, namaste, privyet, bonjour, buongiorno, saludos, hola dag hashbarav, yak shemash, je suis Ali Anna Alex. My name is Alex. I am the CEO of Orga Oshi Capital. And shout out to my partner Ronnie, BTS. And I am an electronic dance music DJ. And without further ado, 500,000 digital yuan, China's digital currency, has been lended and backed with collateral. So I want to start there because I've not made a video being much of what I've said is bearing fruition, and I want to make sure to always bring content that is never for clout or clicks, but genuinely concerning or whatever my ADHD mind's telling me. And of course, I have not taken my Adderall. On ne perd ne fils ne Saint-Esprit pour moi. Merci beaucoup pour le support avec les jeunes in the globe. But let's go ahead and take a shot for the world right now because we need it. All right, let's go with currencies. The dollar's up 11%. The ruble is down, but the demand for ruble yuan trading is mega up. Turkey strikes a deal with Russia to buy gas in the ruble. So ironically, you still have Russia, to the best of my knowledge, even on a bad week or two, still pretty much being the best performance currency of the year. Yikes. We see the Bank of England that has hiked rates, preparing for a recession. Super honest and transparent about it, by the way. Shout out to the Brits for that. I find it very interesting to watch the quantitative tightening that's going to take place. I believe they're going to be the first central bank to do so with QE. Correct me if I'm wrong. And again, for those luxury branded agreed people that I love to call out, the Federal Reserve does not print the money. Does not. Doesn't do it. The Treasury does. So can you please stop spreading misinformation? Okay, thanks. Back to currencies. So we have Japan putting their central bank digital currency on the back burner. And now we have India's currency in somewhat of a crisis. Taiwan's looking at their currency. I saw some articles and they're optimistically cautious, if you will. I guess Miss Pelosi going into Taiwan, which I am not mad at. They got sanctioned, but here's the caveat. If we went to Taiwan to show the modern day Mao that the United States of America is back, baby, we're back, then okay. They sanctioned sand and fruit. So I just thought, well, just maybe America can actually make something out of this and take advantage of it, and we can just send some of ours and perhaps lower the trade deficit to anywhere about right now. That would be great because we're still going from Steve Jobs to no jobs. 260,000 people filed first-time unemployment, jobless claims. We are really just on the up and up. And I will say this, upon further review, the Federal Reserve job magic numbers that I talk about, I don't think they're necessarily magic numbers. I believe, my personal humble opinion, drop in the C section below what you think. I believe so many people are working two jobs, side hustles, be that as it may. I think the job saturation is being counted for people that have multiple jobs, because I don't know about you all, we're still going from Steve Jobs to no jobs in the United States of America. It's a good thing, I suppose, the mortgage rate has dropped substantially since where it was. However, the housing market is cooling. Foreclosures are up 150, and that's not including the 30, 60, 90 days of where the process of foreclosures are. But we've seen some markets already, certain places of California, not do so great. Are we shocked? I'm also very curious. I believe this is going to go into 2023. Fannie, Freddie, people putting the bare minimum 3-4% down on a 400,000 home, 12,000, not much skin in the game. With layoffs, such as Amazon laying off 100,000, Remax, Redfin, all of these real estate companies and tech companies laying people off, lesser pay. Can we really think that people afford mortgages? Not to mention the shadow sector of people as well that own multiple homes that just kind of forgot to sell theirs during the pandemic, got a little bit spin friendly, and now they're stuck with 2 mortgages and they got to get rid of them. Prices are going down, that's for damn sure. We don't know necessarily when, but I still expect a Big Short 2.0. And that doesn't include the Federal Reserve selling mortgage-backed securities, which is going to be super duper interesting. I look so forward to seeing how this plays out. Again, if it were me, I would try to work it out with someone like Jamie Dimon. I would have all of the experts in from 2008 and try to figure out if there could be some sort of negotiations and where the banks gain collateral in the form of real estate and the Federal Reserve doesn't lose big time. So with that said, let's go back to currencies. Okay, so Egypt's currency popped up and it's out of nowhere. It's not performing very well. But Anna Habek, I love the Middle East. Super interesting. The Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, to see him wanting to construct the, I don't know what to call it, really cool piece of architecture in Egypt. I love. As someone that is, of course, Middle Eastern, I love anything the Middle East does, and I'm rooting for the Middle East always. But that project looks really, really, really cool. And I don't know what it's supposed to do or for, or even the functionality of it. But the designs look dope. And if we know anything about the Middle East and my Arab brothers and sisters, it's they know how to throw buildings up quick and efficiently, and they look impeccably beautiful. Seriously, I just extraordinarily beautifully built real estate. So Ana Macadabia Betmana Assalam Lalkil. Je t'aime. So where are we looking now? So we also have Egypt's currency sucking ass. Sri Lanka, I don't know what's going on with their economy. Looks like their currency. I know those who are in the triangular arbitrage market might be having some fun right now, taking advantage of these wild Forex swings kind of coming out of nowhere. Swing, bada, bada, swing, bada, bada, swing. And really, really just taking advantage. Hong Kong, there's another one. Hong Kong purchased its own cash to level out its liquidity. So I want to give a shout out to those in China. First off, I am in awe of the people that are protesting still. I'm rooting for you. If I found another airplane shot, I would give it to you. I am so encouraged by those who said, F you, modern day Mao, we're not paying our mortgages. And China's 4 biggest asset managers are like, we don't know what to do. But the authorities, so because of that, the authorities are going to have to be giving 11 billion plus, can we get a whoop whoop for them, to complete projects. I'm not really sure where the money is going to be allocated, but you keep going, China. I am rooting for the autonomy and the sovereignty of the Chinese people. They're so wonderful and they deserve everything. They're lovely, they're kind, and I wish Americans understood the existential threat of this modern day Mao, who really is a terrifying dictator. And I have no words aside from yikes. And if we have to defend Taiwan's sovereignty, I'm going to say something very pervasive, nefarious. I'm going to give a trigger warning, okay? So let's just hypothetically say, I'm going to say what many are thinking. I'm a proud but pissed American. With that said, I also love Lockheed, Raytheon, General Dynamics, Textron, and would not love nothing more to see what they can do. Taiwan has 66% of semiconductors. America, we need to get back to manufacturing, but that's a whole different story. So nonetheless, we're gonna show our shiny toys, theater, something with love from Lockheed. Because our tax dollars continue to fund wars all over, and we're not gaining a damn thing from them. And this is going to sound awful and terrible, but what if we postured ourselves in a good position where we think forward instead of, I don't know, wait till the last minute to insert ourselves into something. No one can still answer the question to me as to why China knew to stockpile grain from 2021. I'm guessing maybe the pipeline that's supposed to be finished by 2024 between China and Russia, and the de-dollarization project of 2014. Remember, you all that are seeing inflation and think it's going to go down, it's not. We have 5 currencies identifying as one. 5 identifying as one. Now, the dollar is at the top right now, so if you want to go on a vacation, sure, take advantage of it, or take advantage of the Forex market, hypothetically, allegedly, not financial advice. Nonetheless, and this is just this week, though, so we don't know what's going to happen in the next day or two or weeks ahead, but take advantage of volatility, hypothetically, allegedly, or don't. In fact, don't. Institutional investors, I'm talking to you all. I don't know when the retail investors are going to realize the MGM is open and back for business. I was astounded to see the statistics of why there was a bit of a stock rebound, and seeing that people buying the dip. I can't even say that anymore, buy the dip. I can't even go to a restaurant and order dip in good consciousness and buy the dip with an extra side of guac, because people have overused that term. As a valuation investor, as a contrarian, it disgusts me. Nothing is more of a turnoff than for me to hear someone talking about buying the dip. And institutional investors, I know you guys are right with me. As someone who has their own equity fund, as an emerging manager, nothing is more terrifying than seeing people buy the dip. And I think I might have just spat, and if so, I apologize for my rude, crude behavior, but I'm just so worked up on how many currencies are being finagled with at the same time as we go into a global depression, recession, and at the same time where we have the yen, the yuan, the euro, oh, by the way, which is sucking ass too, the pound not doing well either, and the dollar, yeah, I did, right? The yen, the yuan, the pound, the euro, and the dollar. Identifying as one. That's what the IMF says, okay? Don't come for me. Go for the IMF. Go look at their website. I read their website, okay? I'm a loser. I'm a geek. Now, with that said, the Federal Reserve, I do predict a high rate, 0.75. I do believe they're getting the job statistics from people that are probably working 2 jobs, because I'm going to just be honest. People my age, in my age bracket, I am so disappointed. We have gone from freedom to free stuff, and Steve Jobs to no jobs. And I hope that, I pray and hope, because I think right now we need to get spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically in shape for what this world paradigm is about to do to all of us. Nonetheless, I hope this generation has some sort of change of heart, because you fight, I can't even quote it right now. I'm not going to pull a George Bush moment where I misquote a quote that's very good. You stand for nothing, you fall for everything, something like that. But I really, really, really do not have faith in my own generation. However, the mentors, you guys are, I'm mind blown. Every time I open my LinkedIn statistics, I'm going, everyone I've ever dreamed of. David Solomon inspired me to get into finance, the CEO of Goldman Sachs, because he's a DJ. And I said, okay, well, I'm a Jewish DJ and I'm good with money. And if he could do it, I can do it too. By the way, Celsius, yikes. Thoughts and prayers to those people. But Jamie Dimon, extraordinary guy, JP Morgan, so brilliant, so smart. And just 0.72, speaking of which, Rafa, congratulations. Avec mon cœur, and merci. You guys, he is extraordinary. If you're not following him or keeping up with him, you should. This guy gives Ray Dalio a run for his money and some. But mon grand ami, merci. Avec mon cœur, thank you so much. But to see Bank de Paris, Goldman Sachs, Carnegie Mellon, Barclay, Vanguard, Citi, Arvest, Oak Tree Capital, shout out to Howard Marks, one of my favorite contrarians. I would love to know what George Soros thinks about all of the currency debacle right now, because I know that he has to be sitting and having some fun, because whether you like the guy or not, brilliant minded man. SoftBank, I saw some issues with Moss's son in relation to people stepping down that are very good in finance, but all the more reason for millennials like myself to be able to come in and make an immediate impact in a different way. Just saying, hypothetically, allegedly. But to see all of these and to receive DMs and support, Rothschilds and Co., merci, Bank de Paris, merci, Bank de Maroc, merci. I'm so honored and shocked, non ne pas de vis de Saint-Esprit pour moi. Avec mon cœur, I'm just so honored and so gracious to see the funds and the extraordinary support you all have given me. So, bisu, besu, bachi, anahabak, shatim, te amo. I am so gracious for all of you. And oh yeah, by the way, Bitcoin's still trading linear to tech. I'm bored. Gracious for all of you, and I will speak soon. I just had to jump on here and make a video because the currency crisis is just out of hand. And I do believe the Federal Reserve, they say they're not trying to create a recession. However, 8 out of 10 have been caused by the Fed Reserve. So it's kind of like you inherited the ability to do so. And again, as an Alan Greenspan girl from A1 from day one, I will be not shocked if they raise rates 0.75 in September. There are only 3 meetings left. So do we think 0.75? Drop it in the C section below. I love you all. God bless.